Hello, this is Mike Rednar, Vice President of Sales with USA Windows and Doors. Hey, just wanted to get a couple preliminary things out of the way before we get together on a Zoom or in person. That way we don't spend so much time going over some of the minutia that we could skip and kind of get right into the details. But just a real quick intro about myself, and then of course you want to know all about our company, right? So I spent 12 years as an Army Ranger Special Forces. I got out of the service after my last tour in Afghanistan. I became a general contractor in Louisville, Kentucky, and I was a GC for, like I said, about right around 29 years. I bought and flipped over 150 houses. I built, commercial real estate. I built custom homes, and got divorced 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago now, and moved to Florida and retired like I thought everybody should and would. And I did that, and I had a great time for my first year and a half here in South Florida. And then, of course, enough boating and enough golf and softball that I thought, man, I got a lot of energy. I've got a lot of things that, a lot of talent and skills that are still out there. So I thought about getting back into the business world. And just lo and behold, I was approached by a headhunter that was looking for a VP of sales for a window and door company here in South Florida. And I was introduced to Richard J. Kurtz. He's a billionaire from New York City that had bought a company here in South Florida. I won't say the name just in case some of you know or don't know, but in West Palm Beach. And after a lot of going back and forth, a lot of negotiating, really wasn't sure that I was ready to get back into a full-time, business proposition. But nevertheless, he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. So I got involved in the industry more on a consultative basis to begin with, and then it led into a full-time VP position. But took a company that was literally, before he bought it, was on the brink of bankruptcy. Their best year was like $4 million after doing $20 and $30 million, in the past. But the owners had decided they were going to retire. It was a husband and wife team. Decided they were going to retire. They turned it over to to their son, who unfortunately I learned later that had a drug addiction and some other issues going on, and he ran the company in the ground. And so they sold it. Richard J. Kurtz bought the company, and that's how I ended up there. But we took that company again from 4 million to 41 million in about a little over 2 years, about 26 months. And it was a great run, and I was headhunted away. I was headhunted away from there from a big company up in Tampa, Florida, big construction company. And again, unfortunately, I couldn't resist the offer. And so I did that. To my demise, though, I found out that the owner was not as forthright and honest and truthful as he had promised. And so that was a very short run, about 6 months there. But I opened up a new office for him, because he had offices all over the west coast of Florida, but he wanted one in the east coast of Florida. So I opened it up, and he did not produce and did not hold up to any of his promises. But last but not least, my name was out there in the industry, of course, and I was headhunted by the owner of USA Windows and Doors, John Ash. And I interviewed with him a couple different times, was excited about the potential of what he was doing. Anybody in this game, in the window door, in the construction world at all here in South Florida, anybody in the know knows that there's a window and door company, a bathroom, kitchen remodel company, there's a roofing company on every corner. It's like Walgreens, right? So it's a tough gig, and so you got to know exactly where you're going, but know how to get there. And so John knew exactly where he wanted to go. He had the resources, had the funds. In fact, his business partner, his partner in life also, Jennifer, she had spent 16 years running a big window operation here. And so they started USA Windows and Doors 5 years ago. But there's a parent company called USA Green Contractors that's the parent company of USA Windows and Doors. And they're the GC license that qualifies USA Windows and Doors, and they are again the parent company. So we're a division of that big company. They've been around for over 40 years, and so USA Windows and Doors has now been in business for 5 years, And we've taken this operation here in Sunrise, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, West Fort Lauderdale, in Sunrise, to last year over 36 million, close to 37 million. And we're projected to do well over about 50 this year. And we've opened up to now the new office in Fort Myers. So we're super, super excited about not only what we've done, but more importantly, it's the old saying, it's not where you started, but it's where you end that counts. And so it's our vision. It's where we are going with this company. As I mentioned to you, we not only do windows and doors here, but we're very successful in the roofing side of things. And we've recently added kitchens and bath remodeling. And we're going to do that on the West Coast also. So it's going to be a fantastic, fantastic ride. Now, that's a little bit about us. Again, I've got sales guys that have been here since day one for 5 years. Several of them that all do about $400,000 to $500,000 a month in sales, which we pay 10% commission on every sale. It's not like most of the companies out there that they'll promise you 8, 10, or 12%. But when the back ends come, they're always stripping you down for some money that you didn't know about. But we pay a true 10% across the board. So if you sell, our average job here on the Sunrise, Fort Lauderdale side, East Coast over here is right around $26,000. So you can figure the average sale is about $2,600 commission, 10%. We pay you half of that on the front end, so 50% of that or 5% of the 10%, so which is 50%, right, on the front end that week, and then we pay the additional 5% or half of your commission on the back end when it's installed in about 4 months. Now it can be installed in less than 4 months. It just depends on HOA approval. It depends on the city as far as permitting and so on and so forth. But that's standard in the window and door business. On roofing, again, we pay those commissions and we pay them out when the job is done, which is usually within 30 days. So roofing is a lot faster turnaround on commission. Kitchens and baths, about the same. Takes about 4 to 6 weeks, and you're paid in full. So that's a little bit about that. We own a marketing company called Hercules Marketing Group, and they are a canvas company. We currently have about 41 canvassers that go out and canvas neighborhoods and condo complexes every single day. They turn in about 40 to 50 live leads to us every single day. So our guys over here on the East Coast are running 3 solid leads a day. I've currently got 16 sales reps over here, but they're currently running 3 leads a day, 6 days a week, and they're making a killing. Again, I've got guys that make 50,000 a month. The average rep over here is making about 20 to 25. And I've got a couple guys that might not be here very much longer, depending on how you turn out, but it won't be here much longer, maybe. And of course, the West Coast is going to be a very different operation than it is over here, but they're averaging about $15,000 to $18,000 a month in commissions. So on the slow side of things over here. Now, granted, the market over there on the West Coast is going to be a new market. We are going to have our own canvas team over there. We will spend some money on advertising, obviously the traditional Facebook, social media, pay-per-click, and so on and so forth. So we'll have plenty of leads. We will have a beautiful, beautiful new office there. We actually already have it. They're remodeling it as we speak. I was there this past week, and it's looking good. It should be open this week. We'll have an office administrator. We'll have a sales manager there, and looking to have about 5 sales reps. That will average probably 2 good solid leads a day, 6 days a week, and get provided to you. You don't have to go knock on any doors. You're not having to do self-gens. If you do a self-gen though, self-generated lead, we pay you an additional 5% on that, so you can earn 15% on a self-generated lead. So anyway, that's enough for now. I can certainly, when we meet in person or of course via Zoom, I can share my screen with you and show you all of our reports. I have no total transparency here. There's nothing to hide. There's nothing to, I won't tell you if I can't show you, okay? So what I can promise you is this. If you're in a position in your life, you know that sales is your thing. You're not afraid of the grind because, again, we're running 2, 3 solid leads a day, and they can be long days. A lot of driving involved, but we're going to provide you with quality leads. We're going to provide you with leads that are costing us on average $600 to $700 per lead. So that's, $6, $12, $1,800 a day in leads that we're providing you with all the sales support, all the sales training. And now we'll come over and do a training over there once we get everybody ramped up, probably 3 or 4 days of good training. And then we're out and running. We're out and running and rocking and rolling. So anyway, that's just a little bit about us before we get it together. I wanted to share this with you. And of course, when we get together, you can ask all your questions. I will answer everything for you. And most importantly, I want to learn about you. I want to learn about what you're doing currently, what you've done, and a little bit about what you've done in the past. But more importantly, again, it's not where you start, it's where you end. I want to know what you're looking for the very near future. So anyway, thanks for the time. It's 10 or 11 minutes, well worth your time, because we can carve that off of our face-to-face, whether it be online or in person. And hopefully we've saved and worked a little bit more efficiently. So anyway, have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.